Hi everyone, welcome to Daily News Analysis. Today is April 26th and let's look at some of the important news. There are some legal news, there are some national news, international news, economics, politics, everything will be covered in this session. As you know, as far as legal news is concerned, the most important thing that everyone is talking about is legalization of same-sex marriage. So the arguments that are coming from the side of the petitioners, the arguments that are coming from the side of the government. So that is very interesting to follow to see to what extent the Supreme Court can come out with a judgment in this case, can take action in this case, because ultimately it is the role of the parliament to make law as far as such matters are concerned. Marriage and divorce is a matter listed in the concurrent list. So uh, the petitioners, the other side is also claiming that it is not a matter that only the judges sitting can legislate on behalf of the whole countries. It is a serious matter which has deep impact on the society, on religion, on so many other aspects of life. So that is one interesting aspect to see. Then the former Punjab Chief Minister Prakash Singh Badal died at the age of 95. So that is also very important news. And today's national mourning has been announced to mourn for his death. Let's see what other important news we have here. This petition is going on. Supreme Court will hear the wrestler's plea against BJP MP. Who is this BJP MP? Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, there has been allegations of sexual harassment and other serious allegations have been put against him, and very renowned wrestlers have been protesting. Renowned wrestlers have been raising voice against his conduct, and they have been sitting and seeking action. So the Supreme Court has said that the sexual harassment allegations raised by seven women wrestlers against the Wrestling Federation of India president and BJP MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, they were serious, and the bench led by Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud listed for Friday the petition filed by the grapplers regarding the non-registration of FIR, why the FIR was not registered. So that is also something that will be looked into. The bench, on a request by the petitioners, directed their identities be redacted from the court's records. The court said only petitioners and records in which their identities have been redacted would be made available in the public domain. The court issued formal notice and allowed petitioners liberty to serve copies of their petition to counsel for the Delhi government. So that is about this. Let's see. This matter has also been long in the news, so keep an eye on that. What happens? FIR is not being registered because the accused is a member of parliament of the ruling party. That is also one reason that the other side is claiming. High Court clears stakes for defamation suit filed against Subramaniam Swamy in Singapore. So the Madras High Court has cleared the deck for this Advantage Strategic Consulting Singapore Private Limited to prosecute a defamation suit filed against former Union Minister Subramaniam Swamy before the High Court of Singapore for having named in the Aircel Maxis scam. A division bench of the court has set aside an interim injunction granting against this company by a single judge in 2014. So, talking about defamation case, the more important defamation case that is in news is the Rahul Gandhi case. So now the Supreme Court has not entertained his plea to set aside the stay to stay the conviction. So now the Rahul has filed appeal in the Gujarat High Court. So former Congress President Rahul Gandhi has moved the Gujarat High Court seeking a stay on his conviction in a criminal defamation case after the Gujarat Sessions Court rejected his plea. We have filed an appeal challenging the Gujarat District Court's order, said the advocate Pankaj Champaneri, who will appear for Mr. Gandhi. Earlier, the Surat Sessions Court had rejected Mr. Gandhi's plea, seeking a stay on his conviction in the criminal defamation case filed by BJP legislature Punesh Modi against the Congress leader. Now, why Punesh Modi had filed this case is because Rahul Gandhi said that why are all people named Modi a thief? Why are all people who are be it Nirav Modi, and he mentioned some Modis, and why is the Modi surname common among all of these people? So that is being taken as something to hurt the sentiment of a community, which is being seen as a defamatory. So that is the case that is being going on. So this remains to be seen what happens. So now, coming to the same-sex marriage, legalization of same-sex marriage, Supreme Court is saying that the test is how far can the courts go on the same-sex union, because courts, it is ultimately the parliament that has to come out with the law. So, what is till what extent can we interpret the Special Marriage Act, and how far can we go in this case? That is the test that remains to be seen. So, the Constitution Bench of the Supreme Court, hearing the petition seeking legal recognition of same-sex marriage, questioned how far the court can adjudicate in its issues in which Parliament is empowered to legislate. The bench said that the powers of the Parliament cover almost all the areas which are raised in the petitions. It cannot be disputed that Parliament has the power to interfere with the canvas covered by these petitions. Entry 5 of the concurrent list covers marriage and divorce. The test really is how far can the courts go? This was said by Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud, who was heading the bench. Senior advocate Menika Guruswamy for petitioner said the court need not wait for the parliament to legislate to fill up the vacuum. The provisions of the Special Marriage Act, insofar as they do not recognize same-sex marriages, were unconstitutional. The court could act as the North Star, giving the direction so that accordingly, if also for the future laws, any can take this as a guidance. So, a senior advocate, Saurabh Kripal, also for the petitioners, he said that the battle for legal status for same-sex marriage is not about all or nothing. The court should intervene and bring whatever relief it could and pave the way for the greater changes to evolve. Mr. Kripal said that the legal recognition of same-sex marriage would only this fortify and expand the social institution of marriage. He said that not allowing same-sex marriage had the effect of promoting lavender marriages, which would cause misery all around. He submitted that by not recognizing same-sex marriage, the country was pushing competent homosexuals to migrate abroad, which would cost the nation economically. Because since it is not recognized in India, the homosexuals they settle in foreign countries where it is recognized, where they get the recognition, where they can live together as husband and wife, and whatever the case may be. So senior advocate Jaina Kothari for trans activist submitted that the right to marriage and family was recognized as part of the fundamental right to life and dignity under Article 21 of the Constitution of India. Senior advocate Geeta Luthra referred to the for, refer to the Foreign Marriage Act, submitting that a same-sex couple marriage abroad find that their relationship was no legal has no legal status in India. She said India, which is part of the Committee of Nations, should not lag behind when 12 out of the G20 countries, including the European Union, have permitted same-sex marriage. So, in the G20 countries, 12 have already permitted same-sex marriage. So, India should not lag behind. India should also pave way for that. Then there are parents of 400 uh, wards, 400, a group of over 400 parents. They wrote to the Chief Justice of India, who is heading the bench, that please seeking the legal sanction of same-sex marriage, urging that their LGBTQ wards be granted the right to marriage equality. The Bombay High Court has said that scaring animals using stick is an act of cruelty. So it says that scaring or threatening animals using a stick amounts to an act of cruelty, and it aggravates the behavior of animal. So a security guard in a locality was scaring the animals with stick, and that matter was taken very seriously because that aggravates the animal, and it will be termed as a cruelty. That is the observation of the Bombay High Court. No scrapping of 4% quota to Muslims till 9th May, says the Supreme Court. So the Karnataka government has won an adjournment again in the Supreme Court during the hearing of a petition which challenged the state's decision to scrap 4% OBC quota for Muslim and divide it between Vokaliga and Lingayat caste ahead of the assembly elections. But it is not going to happen till May 9. This has been said by the Supreme Court. So, appearing before a bench led by Justice K.M. Joseph, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta said the state's assurance in court to make no appointments or admissions under the March 27 government order, which guaranteed the 2 additional percentage of quota to the two castes, would continue in the meanwhile. Punjab ex-CM Prakash Singh Badal passed away. So he was 95 years of age, and he belonged to Shiromani Akali Dal. He was the Shiromani Akali Dal patriarch. He was undergoing treatment at the hospital after he complained of uneasiness while breathing. So he died after a short illness, brief illness, and the Shiromani Akali Dal and the Bharatiya Janata Party had been alliance partners since the late 90s, and the long association was credited to Prakash Singh Badal only. However, if you remember, some time back there was this farm laws controversy. So the farm laws proposed by the centre, the Shiromani Akali Dal decided to break away from the National Democratic Alliance coalition in 2020. So, in an interview, Prakash Singh Badal said that our alliance is not a political one, it is a guarantee for social and communal harmony. In other states and at the center, we follow a common minimum program. The alliance in Punjab was a historical necessity, considering the challenges to Hindu Sikh unity and harmony. And I think we served and are serving a great cause. Those were the words of Prakash Singh Badal. So, 2 day national mourning has also been announced for him. Now, this is a very interesting news that there's this former MP, Anand Mohan, and he's actually a Don a Don and MP who has been serving life sentence, but now he's being set free because of a notification by the Bihar government. So the decks have been cleared for the release of Don turned politician Anand Mohan and 26 other convicts, with the Bihar government issuing the notification for the same. Serving life sentence, he murdered in 1994 a district magistrate whose name was Gopal Ganj Krishnaiya, and he's on parole right now. He's attending the engagement of his son, and in that engagement ceremony, Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar and Deputy Chief Minister Tejasvi Prasad Yadav also attended that. So this Mohan, he was held sway over the Koshi region and was elected MP from the Shuhar Lok Sabha seat in 1996 while he was still in jail. So his wife, Lovely Anand, earlier represented Vaishali Lok Sabha seat in 1994, and she has also been an MLA in Bihar. Their son Chetan Anand is the current MLA from Shihar Assembly seat on Rashtriya Janata Dal. So politically strong family, and because it is being said that the rules have been changed to bring him out of the jail. He has already served 15 years in prison, and the rules have been made that after 14 years, these convicts can be released. So the Law Department's notification follows an April 10 amendment to Bihar Police Jail Manual's Rule number 481, making it possible for the release of those convicted for serious crimes like killing of a government servant or rape after completing 14 years in prison. So it's possible for them to come out. So this particular amendment has helped in the release of Anand Mohan, who has been in jail for the past 15 years. Joe Biden will run for another presidential. He will make the again contest for 2024 presidential election, and this time he says, "Let's finish this job." There has been a video that was released by his team in which he says that I ran for the president 4 years ago, and I said that we are in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election. So this was the video in which he has announced that he will be running for the president again. He's already oldest president in America, being 80 years of age. And now, will America give him another 4 years? That remains to be seen. Amid ceasefire, first set of Indians leave war-battered Sudan. As you know, that Sudan, a lot of the battle in Sudan has been taking a lot of toll. A lot of people are dying. A lot of people are getting injured. So now the rescue operation is on, and there is a ceasefire. There is a short ceasefire, and amid the ceasefire, the first set of Indians have left the war battered Sudan. So the group of 278 people were among the first to reach the Port Sudan during the 72-hour ceasefire that took effect from Monday midnight. They are expected to reach the Saudi port of Jeddah within a day. The Minister of External Affairs said that additional measures are being taken to broaden the operation. Then this was done through INS Sumedha from Port Sudan on Tuesday. So, and also IMS Teg joins the Operation Kaveri. This is called Operation Kaveri, and uh, yeah. So US brokered this 72-hour ceasefire between Sudan's fearing general officials, coming into effect on Tuesday after 10 days of urban combat killed hundreds, wounded thousands, and sparked a mass exodus of foreigners. So at least we are trying our best to get the Indians out of the war, this battle-torn area. India will host the SCO. What is SCO? Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India to host Shanghai Cooperation Organization defense ministers meeting this week. So, as chair this year of the SCO, which includes the Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, and Pakistan, besides India, will be New Delhi will be hosting the defense ministers from the member countries as well as from observers Belarus and Iran. Well, Pakistan Defense Minister Khwaja Asif is expected to join the conference virtually. A Pakistani Defense Ministry delegations arrived in India for the SCO working group meeting on Wednesday ahead of the ministerial meeting. This is an issue of concern, a huge biological risk after Sudan fighters occupy lab. So the World Health Organization has said that fighters that are in ravaged Sudan had occupied the National Public Laboratory, which holds samples of diseases including polio and measles. So this has created an extremely dangerous situation. So the fighters, they kicked out all the technicians from the lab, and now it is completely under control of one of the fighting parties as a military base. So this is an issue of huge concern according to the World Health Organization. It can be misused. A lot of misuse can happen through this. Kenya starvation cult massacre toll hits 90 as search paused. So the death toll from suspected Kenyan starvation cult has climbed to 90, including there are many children. As police said, investigators were pausing the search for bodies because now the morgues were full. So many deaths that the morgues are full, and they don't know how many more graves they have to dig and how many bodies will be discovered. Venezuela's opposition leader Guaido expelled from Colombia. So Colombia has expelled Venezuelan opposition figure Juan Guaido hours after he arrived in Bogota for a conference on his crisis-torn country. Neither Guaido, recognized in 2019 by more than 50 countries as Venezuela's de facto leader, nor Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro was invited to attend the event. Harry Belafonte, who was an activist and an entertainer, he died at the age of 96. So Harry Belafonte, he was the civil rights and the entertainment giant who began as a groundbreaking actor and a singer and became an activist, humanitarian, and conscience of the world. He has died. He was 96. He died of congestive heart failure at his New York home. Sharjah Stadium has unveiled Sachin Tendulkar stand. So the Sharjah Stadium has unveiled the Sachin Tendulkar stand on Tuesday. It has the Sharjah Stadium has a special place in Tendulkar's career. He scored 1,778 runs in 42 innings at 48.05 with 7 centuries and 7 50s, the best being 143. Taking to Instagram, the Sharjah Cricket Stadium wrote, unveiling the Sachin Tendulkar stand at Sharjah Cricket Stadium was a moment of pride and nostalgia, celebrating the legendary cricketer's 50th birthday and 25th anniversary of his Desert Storm inning made it even more special. That's all for right now. Thank you so much. See you in the next session with the more set of news. Till then, have a good day. Goodbye.